Hello everyone, it's Grumpy Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Tekkit. We're right here in the house. Got a few things to show you this episode. A couple cool things. First of all, this isn't really one of the cool things, but this is something I built. A little deck out here. I've got to pimp it out. I just built it. Didn't do anything with it yet. I don't even know what it's going to be for, but it's kind of a work in progress. The floor right here, I can't remember if it was like that last episode or not, but basically I made the hallway a little better, a little wider, not quite so claustrophobic. But anyway, over here at the movie theater, showed you the movie theater a couple episodes ago. Come to find out, there are a ton of interdiction torches in here, but come to find out, if they're buried, monsters can still spawn in here. It's kind of weird. The interdiction torches repel them even when they're buried, but it doesn't keep monsters from spawning, so that's why I got torches in here right now. What I really need to do, and I'm not sure if I will, I'm not just motivated, because it's like I need to put some more lights in here, like on a switch or something, so like once you start the movie you can turn the lights out. But honestly, I'm not ever going to sit there and watch that Star Wars movie, probably. It was just kind of cool to be able to watch it once or twice. Say, wow, I can watch a movie and take it, but it's not something you watch more than once or twice. Now here's what I want to show you. Got an elevator. The door's not working yet. It's the only thing left that's not working. The elevator itself actually is working. So that the lift's all the way up right now. So if I can come over here and shift click, yeah, you can see it up all the way up there at the top. But I can hit this down button, and it's a little bit glitchy. You can see it coming down. That's not a design problem or anything like that. It's just the way this frame motors work. This is using frame motors, support frames. They're kind of glitchy like that. They take their time drawing, and they do exactly what they're doing right now. So it's kind of one of them deals. You just build it just to say you built it and to figure out how to do it. It's kind of fun, but honestly, I got a ring that lets me fly, so I could zip to the top quicker than this thing can move. Now I can make it move a little bit faster than that. Right now it's moving one block every 0.7 seconds. I can go to 0.5, but it's not a huge difference. Anyway, hit the button at any time, it'll reverse directions. But let me show you how this works. Now take note, I've got a down button and up button. They're momentary buttons. You push it, I think it activates a redstone signal for like 1 second or something like that. But here you can see up here, it's actually behind this block. This block right here is the up, this block right here is the down, and you see I got red alloy wire connected to both blocks. Now if you notice that wire right there is on, that's pretty normal. I'll show you in a minute more of it, but anyway, the red and the blue wire, red's down, blue's up, they go down this bundled cable. They come back to around here, and they go to this. It's called an RS NOR latch. It actually has two different states, basically off and on. This wire right here is the one that's on right now. If I was to hit the down button, this wire would come on, and this wire would go out. But when I reverse these two wires, it reverses these two torches. So like right now, this side right here is powered to. If I was to hit the button, this side would light up and this side would light up. It's kind of a memory cell. It remembers whatever buttons hit last. So let me actually go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and hit the down button. Okay, so now you can see it. It's a little easier to understand. This one's off, and so is this one. This one's on, and so is this one. Now this right here, these things right here are timers. I got two of them. They send out pulses. They're set to 0.7 seconds right now. I could go a little bit faster, but multiplayer can be a little glitchy sometimes, so it's kind of a fail-safe to put the time a little higher. But anyway, one timer's always off while the other one's on. And this right here is a NOT gate, so what this does is reverse the logic. So this wire right here is on, so this thing's getting a logic true. Because this is going through NOT gate, it gets a logic false. Now the way these timers work, if it don't have a signal, they're on. If they have a signal, they're off. So you can see that right here. This timer is not moving because it is getting a signal. This one is moving because it doesn't have a signal. But let's go back up here. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna bust my way through. Normally you don't go back here, so I didn't really build a way out. There we go. So let's go ahead and hit the up button. I'm actually gonna ride it up, or at least part way. It's a little glitchy. It's a little slow too. I can get a little, like I say, a little bit faster, but it's kind of one of the deals you build for the fun of it, just to say you did it. I built an elevator in Minecraft. It'd actually be pretty cool if it moved a little faster and it wasn't quite so glitchy, but both those things, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it works. Those frame motors, every video I've ever seen with frame motors, they glitch out like that. Sometimes worse than others, but it really depends on you know, what kind of computer it's run on. I imagine Tekkit or Tekkit playing single player probably works a lot better. But anyway, there's that bundle of wire from downstairs that comes up here, and we got the same thing, a down button and up button, and actually they're both wired to the same place, so pushing either up button does the exact same thing. It connects, sends the exact same signal to that RS NOR latch. But that is the elevator, and by the way, it uses frame motors, and those frame motors are part of the Redpower 2 mod, and they need electricity to run. These solar panels right here are Redpower 2 solar panels, and that's a Redpower 2 battery box. Now the cool thing about these battery boxes is that every side's an input and an output, so depending on what you have hooked onto it, it'll either put power into it or take power away. Now since these produce power, they're putting power in, but it makes it a lot easier, because like on the industrial craft ones, it's kind of like you've got one output and 5 inputs. So there might be times maybe you want that reverse. Well, here it's just a lot better, easier to do. But anyway, I got another thing to show you. Use the home command. This will take me back to here. Now this is my super secret base. This right here, I built just a little privacy. I've been to do some experiments here, but I thought it'd be cool to have like a little super secret base. Let me come back up here and show you the entrance. Now it's inside. It'd give you extremely difficult to find this from the outside. Like all these lights in here, you can't see them, but let me show you basically the gist of it. You can see light up there. That's how you get in and out. That's as far as I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show too much more. If you notice this episode 2, I got the mini map off. So nobody can see the coordinates of it. But anyway, this was a cave, and I just lit it up, thought it looked cool, and I thought I'd make a secret base out of it. But I worked on it a few hours today. I got storage area right here, crafting area right here. Machines kind of suck right now, just because it's new base. I only got like 8 or 9 overclockers and 7 or 8, 9 overclockers and everything. So I do have automatic extractor right now. Let me show you that in a minute. First of all, I built an infinite water source. This is used for filling water cells up, so you can just hold down the right mouse button and spin around and it'll fill it up, or fill up all your cells. I've showed that before in another episode, but that hole up there, it really wasn't there. It kind of stopped like right here, but I kind of like the shape of that thing, how it's kind of like rounded, so I just decided to make a room out of it. I'm not going to put a way up. I'll just use my floaty ring to get up there. I thought that was pretty cool. I'd like to say anyway, I've got all my chests marked. This one here is not marked. That's the miscellaneous chest. Or wool, dirt, cobblestone, wood. Now some of these I combine, like dirt's actually gravel too, and flint. Over here we're at glass, marble. Now marble, I keep basalt with it, but new base, so I don't have a whole lot of resources over there yet. There's my energy condenser and more chests, etc., etc. I got all 4 machines. Now they're running off of straight off MFE. I got 3 transformers in there already in all of them. I don't need them, I only need 1, but I figure as long as we're going through the trouble making them, I might as well put 3 in there and don't want to hassle with it later. But anyway, let me show you how this works. This is my automatic extractor. You put rubber in here. I'm sorry, you put rubber wood in here, you get rubber, or resin, you get rubber, or you could put water cells in here, then you get coolant cells. Now, what you do is, here's the input. You put all your crap in here. I've got stuff stored in there right now. And this is a transposer. It sucks it out and feeds it in there, and it gets extracted. Then there's another transposer, pulls it out and puts it in this chest. And from this chest, these 2 things right here are filters. Now what a filter does, it'll only suck out whatever you tell it to. So this one's programmed to pull out coolant cells. So coolant cells go this way, they go over the top, they come down here, and they go to this chest. Let me see. This one's for rubber. This one pulls out rubber and it sends it in this chest. Now I can block this off better, but at first I thought I'd leave it open so you could see it, the workings of it, but then I kind of thought it just looked cool, so I'm not too worried about hiding my machinery. But anyway, we've got 2 timers running it. This one right here is set to 1.5 seconds, and I got a second timer right here. This one's set to half a second. So this one's 3 times slower. Now here's the reason why. Like I say, this one's pulling out resin, pulls out a piece of resin every 1.5 seconds. Now these transposers and filters, they only pull out 1 atom at a time. So if I pull out a piece of resin and it goes down into the extractor, it turns into 3 pieces of rubber. So this thing has to do 3 times as much work. So that's why this is 1.5 seconds. That's why that one's 0.5 seconds. That's why this one's 1.5. But anyway, let me turn it on. Now that turns on both timers. The timer sends pulses to this. Now you can see the cells going through. There we go. They go into the chest, and then you see them coming out, and they go around, and we see them popping up right here. Now this is the first time I've did this with Redpower 2. Usually I use build crap, but I'm slowly learning the Redpower 2. A couple things I like about this. Several things. One, it's not glitching out, but secondly, you don't have to wait for the engines to warm up. So if I'm not using it, I could turn it off. Where with Buildcraft, you don't want to do that, because then your engines cool off, and when you turn your machine on, it takes like 5 minutes to heat back up. But these run a set speed no matter what. I like them too, is you have better control. So 1 pulse, 1 atom per chest, whereas Redpower, it's just on or it's off. You can't really pulse it. But anyway, that's the automatic ore extractor. There's my crafting table, by the way. Now if we come down here you can see the power plant. Now it's pretty massive looking. This part right here is actually not functional. The only part functional is this right here. That's a medium voltage solar array. This right here is a work in progress, but basically what I wanted to have is those are generators, and there's 64 of them. I don't know how much electricity each one produces, but I'll have to research that, but I think it's like 8 or 16 or something like that. I'm not sure, but anyway, you can see there's quite a few of them, and there's a logic to this, why I did this. This is a medium voltage solar array. Now there's a long shaft goes all the way up to the surface, and so technically anybody flying over, it'd be kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack, but they could see a hole in the ground. If they could happen to fly over the hole, they will see a solar panel. They'll see like a little bit of blue, but you can see how it's encased. That's to keep the light in here from coming out at night. I don't want anybody to fly over and look and see light coming out of a hole, so that's why I got this completely sealed off. This is actually knock this down and show it to you. But see, it's just a shaft going up into the world. And so the way this, the reason I can get away with this is because in Minecraft, light doesn't work like it does in the real world. In other words, if it's daytime, light comes shines straight down. In the real world, if the sun's on the horizon, there would be no light coming down this shaft, no direct light anyway. But it's Minecraft, so I can get away with that. Anyway, let me come over here and get some stone. Yeah, I got a little bit right here. Now, I was also working on we were recording together, me and Aaron and Malkuth, and we were making, what were we making? Oh, here we go. We were making a community train station, so we're working on the central hub, so that's why I got a bunch of random blocks in my inventory, cover strips, stuff like that. But anyway, here's the power plant. Now you can see right here, here's the solar cell feeding into these two MFEs. These two MFEs feed all the machines. All the machines are tied into right here. Now this right here, all these generators are empty. What I'm going to do is build an equivalent exchange tree farm. I've seen a video on it. It's pretty straightforward. It's way OP. You can use it to generate EMC and all kinds of stuff, but all I'm going to do is use it to generate wood and feed the wood into the generators here. Now I'm not sure if it's more effective if you turn it into charcoal first. I'm not sure, but that's all I'm going to use it for. Now what I would do normally is I build solar power. I like it because once you get it built, it's low maintenance, headache proof. For these quarries, you always got to move them. I'm sorry, geothermal, you always got to look for lava, all kinds of stuff. But reactors, you always got to replace cells and worried about them blowing up. Solar power is just easy and foolproof. You set them up, then you're done with them. It takes a lot of resources, but I'm not doing that here because I don't want any. I don't want them. Anybody flying over, there's a small chance they could see that solar panel. And if I build more of those, it'd be more of a risk. But I thought it'd be cool to be self-contained and not have access to the surface. But anyway, let me come over here and show you something. One more thing in here. Oh yes, there it is. You see right there, it's kind of a step, so I went out of the way to kind of make it look not like it was man-made, but it actually was made by me. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, that looks a little bit better like that. I don't want it to be too obvious. But basically what I'm going to do here, well, it's kind of a dead giveaway if there's torches here, but I'm thinking, well, maybe if somebody come in here and they see this video, they'll know. But I'm kind of designing this thing like, what if nobody'd ever seen this video type deal. So it's kind of a deal where there's really not a reason to hide this. I just thought it'd be fun to have a secret, like Grumpy's man cave type deal. But anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a sliding door like right where I'm standing. I'll close all that off, and basically what will happen is I'll have it where it opens and closes. When it closes, it'll just look like a stone wall like that. But then when you want the door to open, those blocks will just slide back. Right now I don't have it built, so that's how that's going to work. And so if somebody happened to fly into this hole, all this is the torches, and maybe they think that's it, but there will actually be a secret way to open this door here. When you come inside, then I got my man cave base. Now let me show you the train station, what we have so far. Oh, I forgot to top warp. Actually, let me set the time. I don't want stuff blowing up for a while. I'm just showing this off. But we started building this together. We built the floor, and Aaron and Malkuth logged off, and I did this ceiling while they. It took me a few hours, but yeah, I did the ceiling. I don't know why I always use the same basic colors like black and white and blue and birch. Normally that marble would be birch wood, but I was trying to mix it up a little bit. But I thought it'd be cool to put the trees up in there. But this is going to be our train station. Everybody's houses will go through there. And the idea is that all the train, if you look right here, the square right here, there's one right here. This right here will be a doorway, and then the squares will be places where the trains come and go. But the trains won't come in at ground level. The reason you don't build trains at ground level is because cows and creepers and all kinds of other stuff will get on the track and block you. But basically that's how it's going to work. You build an elevated rail. So don't think you build it that high. I think you build it too high, I think. Yeah. Well, I usually build them 3 high like I just had before, but coming to the train station you'll have to drop down a level. And then once you're inside the building it'll probably drop down to ground level. But anyway, this is going to be a train station. Ceiling is very detailed. I had a lot of fun with it. I really like to look at that the blue strip on the birch. I'm not sure, it might be a little too much blue. I don't know, I might have overdid it, maybe too much detail, but honestly it's probably not going to change, because if you try to bust these like wool cover strips right here while you're in the air, it's like busting obsidian. It takes forever. You can see right there I'm just going. So if I decided to take some of that down, you can see how much of it there is. I went through stacks and stacks of that stuff. So whether I like it or not, that's pretty much how it is. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool looking. Outside it doesn't look quite as good, but outside it almost has a plain look to it. I don't know how to describe it, but and actually some of the blue was shown from the outside and I didn't like that, so you can see what I did is put Marvel covers over it. Like you can see one right there. If I was to remove that, there you go, you can see the blue. I didn't like the idea of the blue shown from the outside. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. It's like a, I don't know why, it seems very, very spacious. All that detail or something makes the ceiling seem taller than it is. I don't know, I guess it is pretty tall. Each block's supposed to be like a meter, I believe, which is 3 feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, 14 times 3, what does that mean? 3. That's 40 feet high, so that is pretty tall. It's 4 stories, so I guess it is pretty tall structure. But anyway, that's about all I have to show you this episode. If you have any ideas, suggestions, comments, just let me know. Don't forget to hit that like button. This is Grumpy Gamer. We'll see you next time.